All right, so this is Cyberpunk on RTX 3090 Zotac, running at the Psycho ray tracing settings. Everything is maxed out, including the Psycho ray tracing. All of the ray tracing elements are turned on, including shadow, light, reflection, to a Psycho level. And we're getting roughly 55, 57, 59. So it's 60. It's not a steady 60, but it's like it drops a few frames here and there. So it's like 60 and 57. It's not like a big deal. It drops down to maybe a couple of frames, but it's a 60. Let's just circle it. It's a 60, drops down to like maybe a couple of frames, 57, 58, 60. But it's running really good. It's 60. Now you can see it on your top left corner, I believe. I think it's a top left corner. You can see the frames per second. Now here's what I'm gonna say. 3090, obviously it's a high-end GPU. With a high-end GPU like 3090, you expect demanding games like this to run at 4K 60, everything maxed out, right? You expect everything to run smoothly because they're high-end GPUs. And you also have 24 gigabytes of GDDR6 RAM. Excuse me, 24 gigabytes of GDDR6X RAM. Whooping 24 gigs of 6X RAM memory. And you also got whooping 10,000 CUDA cores on top of that. So you expect this game to run fluidly. Now, this is just one game. This is just Cyberpunk. My first impressions. There's so many other games that I need to test, right? So we don't know. Some other games might have a bottleneck, you know what I mean? So it depends. But so for right now, 3090, it's optimized well to work with Cyberpunk. So let me show you my settings here. Let me go ahead. So these are my settings. Motion blur at high, everything's maxed out 16 times. Texture filtering. As you can see, everything's maxed out. Screen space reflection quality Psycho. Volumetric fog Ultra. Volumetric cloud quality Ultra. Max dynamic decals Ultra. Ray tracing, reflection, shadows, local shadows, lighting. Everything turned to Psycho. So everything's at Psycho. And then you got deep learning super sampling at automatic. I would always recommend to keep the deep learning super sampling at automatic. I gotta tell you, man, deep learning super sampling is probably one of the coolest things that NVIDIA has implemented. And can't wait to see deep learning super sampling get even more implemented with DirectX 12 games with Unreal Engine 5 in the future. So, as you can see, runs great, 60 FPS. The only thing that sucks, this is not my GPU, this is just a tester. But look, I'm happy with a 3080, you know. I'm happy with 3080. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the ray tracing. You know, and this is probably going to be a touchy subject for some people. Because, to me personally, ray tracing, it's not a necessity. It's nice that it's there. I can see it right now. It's nice that it's there, but it's not something that I'm gonna lose sleep over it, you know. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. I could easily play this game without ray tracing at a higher frame, okay, with a higher resolution. And I know that for some of you, ray tracing, it's like, oh, you gotta have ray tracing. To me, I don't feel that way, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's nice that it's there. It's nice that we have it, but it's not something that I'm like, you know, it's not like I need a water or something. Like, I cannot live without water, but I can definitely live without ray tracing, okay? Now, if you have a 3090, then yeah, it's a ray tracing GPU, obviously. The 3090 is really designed to take the advantage of ray tracing at a higher performance. All right. So if you're somebody who cares about that and you want to play Mafia Definitive Edition, if you want to play Metro Exodus, if you want to play all these other games, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Cyberpunk, you know, okay, cool, you know. If that's what you fancy, if that's what you want, go for it. Again, don't get me wrong, guys. You know, I'm not trying to take a dump on, you know, ray tracing. I'm simply saying, to me personally, it's like it's not a necessity. I can live without it. When it first came out in 2018, when I bought my 2070 and 2080 with a Battlefield, I didn't really care much about it back then. And to be quite honest with you, I don't care much about it right now. Even on the PlayStation 5 with a Spider-Man, I didn't care much about reflection. Like, I'm too busy swinging, you know, from one building to another building. I don't care looking reflection. I don't want to check myself out on the reflection all the time. This is just my subjective opinion. It's not a big deal to me, and I know me saying this is going to trigger a lot of ray tracing fanboys out there. I'm going to trigger a lot of you. Well, it's just my opinion. Don't get triggered. If you like ray tracing, then leave it on, you know. You don't have to turn it off. It's just, I don't think it's that much of a big deal. That's my honest opinion. What's big deal? Performance and high resolution. What gives you a better detail? Higher resolution. Why do I got involved in televisions in the first place? Because of a higher resolution. The higher resolution, the better the movie's gonna look. I want to watch Terminator 2 in a high resolution. I want to watch Terminator 2 and a Predator in even a high resolution, 8K. I'll have to probably buy another Terminator 2 and Predator in 8K and Aliens. I'll probably have to buy an Avatar in 8K. It's about resolution. Always going to be about resolution. Why? Because you want to have that detail. And when it comes to video games, it's about performance, first and foremost. Performance. Give me the performance, and then give me the resolution. But the performance is the most important thing in video games. And then, of course, resolution after that. Filters, I could care less about filters. All these filters, ambient light, you know, ambient occlusion, tessellation, I could care less. You know, texture filtering and all that, it's nice, but I mean, and here's the thing, you're not gonna notice that when you are playing video games, and this is something I really want to talk about on the live stream. You're really not gonna notice that much when you are playing video, because you're too busy, dude. You're too busy trying to level up. You're too busy trying to, you know, get to the next level and finish the game. Like, you know, you don't have time to be doing this all day long, you know. Oh, wait a minute, man. Forget this boss. I don't want to fight the boss. I just want to, wow, look at this. Wow. 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 Now, yeah, who cares? I'm not going to be doing this. So, dude, people are going to think something's wrong with you. If this is what you do, you must have some kind of obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm sorry, Zotac, but you know, I told you. If you're gonna give me these cards to test them, I'll be honest. Some people, I guess, they have, you know, obsessive compulsive disorder. Like, dude, who cares? That's just me. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. It's me. That's the way I am, you know. If all of you who have been following me all these years, you should know this is how I am. This is who I am. Like, it shouldn't be a shocker. Oh my God, why is Mr. 4K saying that? Because that's who I am. So anyway, this is my first impressions, okay? It's early for me to tell you how I feel about 3090, how I feel about 3090 Ti, 3080. I already told you how I feel about 3070. You guys gonna have to wait till September, first week of September, Labor Day weekend, and during Labor Day weekend, I'll be able to tell you guys how I feel about 30 series, because I'm gonna try all of them now. I'm gonna complete the full thing. So I'll tell you how I feel about them. I'm gonna tell you my opinions, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you which one do I think is right for you, which one's good for your budget. You guys will be able to come on. I'll have a live stream. You guys will be able to come in and ask me any questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you, to help you out, so that way you can build yourself a decent PC with a balanced performance and quality. But right now it's still early for me to tell you how I feel about 3090 or 3090 Ti or 3080, 3070. I already told you how I feel. I'm impressed. But I need more time to do the tests. I'm a very busy guy. I work 2 jobs. I do this, and today we have a podcast as well. I'm a very busy guy. So it's gonna take time for me to do these tests. So be patient, wait for me, and I'm gonna give you all those answers throughout my videos. And also there will be a live stream Labor Day weekend in September, where we're gonna have like a 6-hour live stream, maybe 8-hour live stream, and I'll answer everyone's questions regarding a 30 series and whether or not you should pre-order the 40 series or should you stick with a 30 series, or what's right for your budget, you know. So we're gonna do that. But for right now, yes, Cyberpunk runs great. It's awesome, yeah. But it's one game, you know. It's first impressions, yeah. Okay. Maybe Death Stranding is gonna, have issues. Maybe with God of War is gonna have issues. I don't know. Maybe with a Flight Simulator is gonna have issues. Maybe it's gonna have issues with some other games. I don't know. We'll see. But for right now, yes, it looks great, runs great. But it's my first impressions, and I don't know what else to say. Just it's great, but as expected, as we all expected, I'm pretty sure no one's like surprised that 3090 is handling this. That shouldn't be like shocking to anybody. But remember, maybe that's because CD Projekt Red has optimized this game to run really well with 3090. Maybe there's that too. Maybe some other game's not going to be optimized, but that's why it's going to take time for me to do all those tests. Check out some technical demos and other things. You can see ray tracing here. There it is, very nicely. Is this guy walking in diapers? What the fuck? Dude! Oh, Jesus. So yeah, it's nice. This looks really nice on OLED. LG C10 OLED. So if you guys have C10 OLED with HDR turned on, then you're really gonna benefit. Why everybody's hitting me, dude? Jesus. You see, this is what happens if you pull to look at the if you pull over to look at the ray tracing. So yeah, there's your ray tracing. There it is, right there. All right. I know Cameron's probably laughing. I know even my friend Cameron feels the same way about ray tracing. And look, we have nothing against it. We have nothing against, hey, if you want to use ray tracing, go ahead, knock yourself out. Enjoy ray tracing. Okay, I'm not here to tell you don't use ray tracing. I'm simply saying it's not a big deal to me. That's all. And I'm pretty sure this video will be triggered. And there's nothing I can do about that. People are going to be triggered. It is what it is. All because of ray tracing. Alright guys, well thank you for watching this video. I'm going to see you on the podcast, and by the time this video is uploaded, I'm sure the podcast will be already going. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please keep in mind this is just a first look. Alright, don't get too excited about 3090 yet. Maybe we'll have some issues down the road. So this is just the first impression, only one game. Alright, don't get too excited. Keep your pantyhoses on, alright? And thank you, Zotac, for letting me test this till August 11. I will send it in one piece. I can't promise you what the FedEx is going to do when I ship it to them, but I'll take care of it. I hope something doesn't happen with this thing, man. Like while I'm testing it. Jesus. Anywho, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys appreciate this. Please share the videos. You don't have to donate. You don't have to be a member. Just share the videos to your friends, to Facebook, to Twitter, to Higgimy Jiggy, to Biggy Biggy, to whatever. Hackimy Biggy. Just share the videos. That's all you have to do. Share the videos. All right?